What is being the created? If you haven't seen the previous video, I strongly suggest that you go back and watch that first. You can find the link for the video in the description below. Previously, we talked about what it means to be the creator. And in this video, we're going to talk about what it means to be the created. And for some of you, you may not like what you hear. It may hit a little too close to home, so fair warning. But trust me, stick with me on this, okay? You owe it to yourself and to your life to watch this video through until the end, because there's an action step waiting for you to help you transform your life and impact your world. I talked previously about how being the creator is a way of life that, for many of you, like me, you never knew you had the ability to do or the experience to do it because it was taken from you long ago. What I'm about to say needs to be said because in order to be the creator, you need to shine the light in the darkness to awake to the reality that everything holding you back and impacting your life right now is because you are the problem. Wait. Before you get upset and leave nasty comments, please hear me out and let me clarify. I promise you that this will change your life. In shining the light on something buried in plain sight, the thing that is standing in your way from living the life that you want, that you desire, is the you that isn't you. Confused? That's okay. I'm about to clarify, and it'll all make sense. There is more than just one you. And I'm not talking about split personalities or different dimensions. There is the you at the seat of awareness. This is the you when all is quiet. You can observe your thoughts in your head like a director observing their nasty producers on set. There's your higher self, the true you, the one buried within, full of pure potential, the best version of you, the statue of David buried beneath the block of marble, longing to be unleashed, full of pure love and joy. And then there's the created you, the one who was programmed and conditioned throughout your entire life, the one who surrounds that inner you that feeds you all the things that don't serve you, the one who is living the stories and the expectations put into you by others along your journey, others who themselves are not living their best life, but the life that was forced upon them, whether directly or indirectly. This is the you that is the problem. This is the you standing in your way. Now, there's a lot to unpack there, so please stick with me. Let's take a step back before we take the next step forward so that we can go into deeper detail. My background in education is environmental science, but my passion is education, growth, and supporting others. And when I started this journey after my dark night of the soul, I never imagined how much of the natural environment and our internal environment had in common. But it's so true. As above, so below. Now, here's an example. One day you were born. You came into this world as a pristine ecosystem, an environment filled with pure potential, love, and joy. You were a block of clay, and the first people to step their feet into your ecosystem and leave their footprints were your parents. And they became the potter, for better or worse, and would shape you into their image through their programming and conditioning. And they would leave bigger and bigger imprints in your ecosystem along your journey. And it doesn't mean that everything that they taught you was right, nor was it all wrong. They programmed you to the best of their abilities, usually how they were taught by their parents and their parents before them. This is where generational trauma can come from, but that's another topic for another day. Your parents would leave the biggest environmental impact within you. And beyond your parents, as you grew, your inner environment would be shaped and impacted by everyone you would encounter. Other family members, kids, teachers, coaches, strangers, culture, society. All of this would shape the programming and conditioning you'd experience through the most important years of your development. And all of these sources would toss their trash into your environment, the stories and the beliefs that didn't serve them and won't serve you and never served you. All of this in the years where you were physically, mentally, emotionally, and biologically too young to know any better and do something about it. Again, just to be clear, it doesn't mean that all this programming and conditioning was bad, but all of this would leave their imprints within your inner environment and lead you to becoming the created, not the creator. Most of the fears and concerns that you have, most of the struggles you experience, most of the beliefs of feeling lost, stuck, alone, not good enough, not smart enough, not beautiful enough, not worthy, not useful, not lovable, not helpful. Most of the roots of this trash have their beginnings in these early years. All of these stories, experiences, and beliefs are those of others. They're not yours. This trash infested your once pristine ecosystem and would become the programming and conditioning that would become the subconscious autopilot of your life. The script that has been running 95% of your daily life without you even knowing, hiding in plain sight. Can you relate to any of these feelings? They aren't you. The real you. The real you is in there. These are the you that was built through the stories and the struggles of others and forced into you. The stories and beliefs you told yourself so much until the point that they took control of you and your life and made you believe that they are you. The real you is still in that environment, underneath it all. There's 3 statements that you need to hear and accept, like it or not. It's not your fault. You're not to blame. It is your responsibility. It's not your fault for what you've been through. You're not to blame for what you've gone through, but it is your responsibility to accept, adapt, overcome, and grow. To overcome and rebuild beyond these stories and beliefs that were forced upon you unwillingly and unknowingly. These thoughts and beliefs that you would accept as a scientific fact along your journey without your permission. The reason why childhood is where most of the roots for your programming and conditioning that feed your struggles today are found has been scientifically identified to the lack of prefrontal cortex in your brain. In plain English, it's the conscious part of your mind that thinks and has reasoning ability. This is the last part of your brain to start to form and develop and be used, and it doesn't happen until you start to be around 7 years old. This part of the brain acts as a filter, allowing you to be able to determine right from wrong, truth from lies, so on and so forth. And until this kicks in, everything you have experienced, the lies, the beliefs, the garbage and the junk that belong to other people that would turn your once pristine ecosystem into a wasteland and become part of your story would be 100% downloaded into you for your subconscious to program your autopilot with and force you to live out in your life. As above, so below. Things for the most part may not have gotten much better as you've grown when you find yourself surrounded by either toxic people or toxic environments or toxic situations. You became the created. And hearing the voices that lie to you constantly until at some point along your journey, you began to believe those lies. Until at some point, those lies began to live your life for you. This is the foundation of the you that is the problem. You couldn't have known. You couldn't have prevented it. And now that we've shined the light on this, it's time for you to become the creator, not the created. It's time for you to let go of the blame, the shame, and in some cases like me, feeling like a victim and rebuild your life your way. You've been living their story, not yours. And it's time to no longer accept the subconscious programming and conditioning that wants you to remain the created. There's a saying that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And the second best time to plant one is right now in the present. So today's action step is for you to put an effort into observing your thoughts and beliefs. Shine a light on them when they come to the surface and ask yourself, does this thought or belief positively impact your life or negatively? Pro tip: your subconscious is negative by nature. Its job isn't to give you happiness. Your subconscious is a relic of an old time when danger was around every corner and we were living out of caves. And as such, it's designed to help keep you alive, fight, flight, and freeze. So when you shine a light and observe a thought or a belief that doesn't serve you, feel gratitude that you caught it. And then choose the opposite thought or belief. Becoming the creator means doing things differently and choosing purposefully, and empower up. And let me know in the comments below how you feel after you do these action steps. Let's grow.